Listen up, Scooby Gang. I'm trying to kill... All right, I got birds in the background. I'm trying to do two things at once. I was gonna use a different metaphor, but it's not appropriate for the birds in the back. Get it? So, I wanna train the spring chest expander for my back, but I realize that many of you don't have a chest expander. And let me show you what that is. That's this apparatus right here. It's a spring. You would open up the chest, but you are working the muscles of the back when you're doing this. Squeezing the shoulder blades back, abs tight. You know the deal. Many won't have this. Some of you are gonna have a pair of dumbbells. So I'm gonna grab my 40-pound dumbbells and we're gonna do the proper form for doing bent over rows with both dumbbells. So I'm gonna teach the form first. Bow at the hip, arch the back up, stretch, and then squeeze those elbows back and down, up and down, and squeeze and reach down. Bend those elbows nice and high, arching the back down. Trying to keep the abs nice and tight while we do this. All right, but for those of you who have a chest expander, we're gonna do the chest expander. For those of you who don't, while I'm doing the expander to train my back muscles, I'm gonna have you do the bent over rows. So that's how we're gonna do our count today. All right, so get yourselves prepared. Either grab dumbbells that are gonna be challenging enough for you to do a good 10 to 15 reps, or get your chest expander, because coming up next, that's what we're gonna do. Back training, in order for you to build some muscle really quickly in a short amount of time. All right, I'm back, guys. Grab your chest expanders or your dumbbells. If you're gonna do bent over rows, I want you to bow at that hip, pull those elbows up nice and high, squeeze the shoulder blades back. If not, I want you to take your chest expander with your springs. We're gonna do about 15 reps for the first set. Let's get her set and go. 1, chest up. 2, squeeze the shoulder blades back. 3, 4, 5, I'm keeping my arms straight. 6, 7, 8, 9, squeeze those shoulder blades back. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Ooh. I misspoke earlier. I said anywhere from 10 to 15. If you can only do 8, you're fine. All right, for my second set, instead of using the springs, I want to be fair to my non-spring having mother effers out there. So I'm going to take my 40-pound dumbbells and I'm going to do a set of bent over rows by the same logic that I used before. If you have a spring expander, do that while I do this. I'm trying to keep this stuff super simple for you all. All right, set number 2. Those with a spring, use your spring. Those with your dumbbells, bend over at the hips. Let's go. 1, stretch. 2, stretch. 3, 4, stretch. 5, 6, my abs are tight. 7, 8, 9, stretch. 10, I'm going for 2 more. 11 and 12. All right. Nice. When I come up, I'm really focusing on the squeeze at the top and pinching my shoulder blades back together. Last time you guys saw me out here with my bendable bar. Now I'm doing the exact opposite muscles. The exact opposite. Working those back muscles, sculpting the back, doing the same exercise or the same movement. Enough time under tension will build so many muscles in the upper traps, posterior deltoid, mid traps, latissimus dorsi, rhomboids. You have so many muscles of the posterior chain or your back that you can't even see that are gorgeous when you burn body fat. So if you're trying to be aesthetically pleasing, you want to use this exercise to your benefit. Again, just like with the bendable bar, this one's very good because you can carry it with you, portable. So if you're at an office, you want to do a quick 5 sets, this is really good for you if you have privacy. Or if you don't need privacy, people can deal with you doing a little bit of exercise at your desk, then this is great for you. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, I'm squeezing the shoulder blades back. 4, keeping tension on the springs. 5, 6, I'm flexing my back muscles by pinching the shoulder blades back. 8, 9, 10, 11, squeeze, 12. The spring is going right underneath my chin, upper chest to mid chest level. So I'm kind of giving it a slight lean back as I squeeze those shoulder blades back together. That's right, we don't do much in the way of dancing. We just pull up our pants and do the rock away and lean back. Lean back. Ah, who know that Fat Joe song? And you know that I'm from Harlem because I dropped the S on the nose. Who knows that Fat Joe song? I said, who know that Fat Joe song? All right, at any rate, dog is barking now. Guys, everybody, if you need your dumbbells, grab your dumbbells. You're using the spring, let's go for that set. Here we go. I'm going for 12 again. 1, 2, lean back. 3, slight lean back. 4, pinch the shoulder blades back. 5, I'm doing something called scaption. 6, 7, oh, that was a dope Robin. 8, 9, 10, 11, scapular retraction. 12, ooh, that's too much. I'm gonna have to limit it to 10 from now on. I'm trying to make sure that I also don't put any undue stress at the lateral portion of my elbow. This is, oh, that was a sparrow. This elbow joint here, this process is the olecranon, and I don't want any stress at the olecranon process. That can cause a lot of pain, lateral and medial epicondylitis. So we have to be very, very careful when even using the spring. Be very mindful. Don't do anything willy-nilly. You take your time, you be very deliberate with what you do. Picking up for our next set. Let's get set and go again. And begin. 1, slight lean back, not too much. 2, I'm not doing a crazy lean back like that. See, 3, 4, just a little bit. 5, 6, I'm very intentional with my squeezing. 7, 8, 2 more. 9 and 10. I'm feeling this predominantly in the rear deltoid. So here you see the shoulder muscle. That's the deltoid. The front part's the anterior, the back part's the posterior, which you can't see, and the side's the lateral head of the deltoid. So if you're trying to round out or have a fully functional and symmetrical muscle and muscular function for the shoulders alone, I recommend this spring-loaded. All right, I'm going to show you another way of doing it. Instead of coming directly in front with the pull, we're going to start with the apparatus up and come down. As we have to lean back a little bit more, I'll hit the muscles in a slightly different way. You'll see what I'm saying as we do it. Again, if you just got your dumbbells, come on, keep going with me, guys. Here we go, 10. It's up a little high, bringing it down. 1, up, 2, it's above my nose. 3, and 4, bringing it down to touch my chest. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. 10. Oof. I was fatiguing slightly fatiguing. Again, when the muscle starts to give out on me to where I have to use some type of jerky momentum, I'm stopping. I want to make sure that I don't put this joint at risk. That can happen, guys, because you're doing this lateral movement against various degrees of tension on a spring, which is a dynamic moving piece, right? So you're creating a lot of what we call potential energy as we open up that spring, and that potential energy doesn't want to stay static, and it's not going to go past endpoint. It's trying to pull you back to the middle. I'm pulling it apart. It's trying to pull me back to the middle. So what happens? What happens is that distal portion, you know, the furthest point away from my fist here, this is going to get the brunt of the force, you know, that has a, you know, spring action, because the closer I am to the apparatus, the more strength I have. The further away, the joint and the bone become much more compromised. It's easier to control something closer to you than it is to control something further away from you. That's why people pick up their babies. When we have our babies, we hold them close to our bodies. We don't hold them out here like that, because this will put distal stress on you. All right, I gotta stop being, I gotta stop using words like distal. It's bad for you. I'm trying to keep this super simple. Let's go. We're doing 2 more sets here, guys. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, squeeze that muscle. 7, squeeze. 8, 9, one more, and squeeze and hold. 10. Good. Hey there. It's all right. Everyone needs to know we're neighborly. Yes, and an audience as well.
I didn't mean to disturb.
That's all right. It's not a disturbance. I'd see.
So much.
You're green thumbing it. I saw.
What?
You're green thumbing it. I look.
That was kind of you.
You're looking good out there. Last set. See, we keep it real here in the hood. Hood. All right, here we go. I'm using the dumbbells for the last set, guys. Follow me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Squeeze those shoulder blades back. 5, and stretch. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, and there you have it. Keeping it very simple as we chisel these muscles little by little. I hope this stuff is really helping you get out of the malaise of being sedentary. I'm taking my time helping you guys build up from the walking to the running to the sprinting, because we're going to be off to the races. We're right at the midpoint of June. I think it's the 13th today, and we're going to be looking great by the end of this month. By the middle of next month, we're going to really be kicking ass. I'll catch you guys next time. Until then, stay strong.